Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So many of you guys have heard about these new Turtles of Grayskull. Some of you may not. So I decided to get one for one particular reason, and I will show you guys here in a moment. Let's see, I'm going to look for one last thing before we start the video. A battle axe. A battle axe! And I found one right here. Da-da-da! Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, let's see who's on here and do a quick sound check. Oh, the sound sounds pretty good. Hey James, thanks for joining us. So what this means, because DC crossover and Masterverse toys, is that He-Man exists in both Turtles and DC Universe, right? Yes, and he also exists in Thundercats, because we had a cartoon, or not a cartoon, a comic book of Thundercats crossover too. So He-Man is just spreading out all over the place. All we need now is a Star Wars crossover and we'll be set. Indiana Jones crossover. That'd be kind of fun too. Anyway, so. Hey, Douglas, it's going good. Thanks for joining us. Dwight, thanks for being here. Ronald, thanks for being here. Hey, bros. Did you know the original voice of Leo in Ninja Turtles was the voice of He-Man in the 2002 show? That is good to know. That is really cool. All right, so I got this. That's funny. Nickelodeon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I never collected turtles as a kid. For some reason, my youngest boy kind of liked them a little bit, not a ton. But I don't know why. I ended up buying a whole bunch of the Super 7 turtles that came out. I haven't opened any yet because they just look so cool. So I ended up getting a whole bunch of those, as you guys have seen some other videos. And I saw this. And there's some figures that look really cool, and some just look kind of okay. But we'll take a look at some more of them in a few minutes. So here we can see the artwork, and it's got a really tall artwork on it. Usually the artwork just covers the first top of the card. This goes down quite a bit more than the standard artwork. And you can see there's a cool looking Moss Man there, more than we've seen before. And that Moss Man does look pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look on here. Hey, Charles, thanks for joining us. Hey, Jeff, thanks for being here. Hey, Damon, thanks for joining us. Thanks, man. Yeah, it did look cool. So what the heck? So let's take a look at some of these. Let's go to Google, and we will search Turtles of Grayskull, Grayskull, Grayskull. Turtles of Grayskull. It says Turtles of Rice. I guess you didn't understand me. Okay, there we go. And they have some other really cool ones here. There's this one turtle I saw that I really like. He looks like the plant from Stranger Things. There he is. I think that I cannot wait to get that one. I think it's supposed to be Moss Man. I'm not sure. So it looks like it has the same stuff Moss Man had on him in the comic. But that looks pretty awesome. That's one I want to get too. So that's pretty cool looking. This one here, kind of a weird faker. Not too much into that. The Shredder looks cool, but don't need him. And there are some of the other figures in the line. I've seen a lot of people take this guy here and make a really cool looking custom Ram Man from the Ram Man pieces. That's kind of cool looking too. But I'm not going to collect the whole line, even though, I got to admit, he looks pretty cool too in his blue armor. So there are some cool looking ones. There are some weird looking ones. Yeah, no thank you. So let's go ahead and the Man-at-Arms looks cool too. Samurai Man-at-Arms! Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look and get back to your guys' comments so I can see what you guys are saying. While we're taking a look at that. Mike says the Ram Man is massive. Nice. Okay, so the reason I bought this one was for one reason and one reason only, and that is a good friend of mine, Eric. Let's see if he's on here. Has Eric said hi yet? Eric, if you're on here, say hi, man. He, when I first met him, he's like, Hebrew, help me out, man. I have a Beast Man, and his piece snaps right inside there that holds his leg on. And he was kind of upset because he couldn't have a way to fix his Beastman. Well, I had more than one Beastman because I had this Beastman here. And I had this Beastman here that I drilled a hole in his back for my stop motion I made that one time so I could put him on a stand and have him move around a little more functional. And I thought, you know what? I don't really need both sets of legs. I can give a set to Eric. And so I gave Eric a set. And I told him, I said, if you ever doubt our friendship ever, just look at your Beastman and you'll see those legs on him. And you know we're friends, man. And so that's kind of been his thing to know that we are friends. He can just take a look at his Beastman figure and say, hey, I know Hebrew and I are friends, or Todd and I are friends, because he gave me his Beastman's legs. So when I was looking at these, I noticed that this Beastman appears to have the same legs, and I can actually replace my Beastman's legs now after all this time's gone by. I think it's been like a year or two. So that's why I got him, was for spare parts. And there's some other cool things too, like his compass is cool looking too on his chest. So we'll take a look at all the parts and see what we can use or not use. And let's just check him out. So it shows his helmet's removable. Removable helmet. And that's about it. All right, let's get him open. Let's see, the box was heavy. Ram Man and Beastman had a lot of weight. Goat Man in his package says, Bah, Jeff. That's funny. Wow, Juan Soto got the whole second wave today from Big Bad Toy Store. You know, I actually contacted Big Bad Toy Store and said, look, I talk about your guys' store all the time. Can you send me an affiliate link so I can at least get a kickback if people click on it? They didn't even send me back an email. Nothing. I gotta admit, that comic does look really cool. They do such a great job drawing this stuff. There's all the turtles. Turtle power. Is that Tila or the Sorceress? I think it's supposed to be the Sorceress because where her helmet is, but I don't know. It could be Tila too. I'll have to figure out who that figure is because she looks pretty cool. All right. Let's get it open. Let's get it open now. No, come on out of there. All right, first of all, he has this really cool looking shield. Very cool. It's got these little spots here. I'm not sure what that's for. We'll figure that out as we go along. And he has the removable helmet. Oh, that looks cool. Okay, I'm going to have to try this on another figure in a few minutes. And I just know the figure to try it on. Now, his face is different. I thought at first it was just a different paint job, but it looks like it might be a different sculpt altogether. Let's take a closer look at this. And you can see the bumps go all the way down his nose. And on this one, the bumps stop at the top of his nose. So it is actually not just a new paint job, but a new sculpt too. You can see his ears are slightly different too. And his paint job across his mouth is different as well. So they are slightly different. I knew they looked different, but I thought it might have just been the paint job and not the nose too. Let's see, 1, 2. You know what? It might just be the paint job. Look, we got a bump there, then a bump and a nose. A bump, and a nose. You know what? I think it is just a paint job. He just has a bump on his nose right here. That's crazy that paint can make him look so much different. Yeah, he's got the same error right here on his hair. So yeah, it is actually the same sculpt. I was wrong. Not my first time. Ask my wife, she'll let you know all the times I was wrong. All right, so now let's take a look at the coloring. And his coloring looks awfully close. Let's go and pull him apart. You're coming apart, man. And once he's apart, he's got this cool samurai stuff going on which I think is going to look really cool on some other figures. Sorry, Beast Man. You're going to lose your cool samurai gear. And you finally get a new pair of legs. Da-da-da! I am whole again. Woo! There he is. All right. So I'm thinking this could look pretty cool on just about anybody. Especially if they already have blue armor. That could be quite cool. Now he's got this crazy whip too. Crazy whip. And I do like his armor. His armor is pretty cool too with the way they did. You know what? I'm going to swap that armor out too while I'm at it. You're losing your armor, Beast Man. You can keep your head though. I don't like the new paint job. You get an upgrade. Upgrade. You know, I could have just swapped the head. That was it. And I could have just got a whole new Beast Man body. That's funny. Just swap the head and the armor, and I would have had... Oh, well. Oh, well. We've gone this far already. Besides that, I like to have the hole on his back for easy manipulation for putting him on a stand. So... Oh, yeah. That newer armor with that paint on the front looks way cooler. That's so funny. I could have just did a head swap and been done with it. Huh. Now I have contemplated about using his legs before to replace my Beastman's legs, but not. Hey Charles, thank you so much for the extra little bit. The face is more animalistic. It is. I just don't like it. I don't like the way the nose comes down. It's just weird. I do like the way the sides are coming up. That looks cool, but just not a fan of the nose coming down so far. I guess just old school. So it looks kind of strange. Now it does look like his boots are made of a different, slightly different color, a little bit lighter in orange. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some figures here and have some fun with that armor. You could have the headless ghost. Oh. Of course, blue armor on a blue guy is just a little bit too much. I mean, it could be kind of cool, I guess. He's more purplish. We could jazz up Prince Adam. Give him some blue armor. That might look kind of cool. I should have used the open mouth head of Mossman. Oh, yeah. That'd been a great idea. $20 for new armor. Deal or no deal. Put the armor on Samurai. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let me see if I can find my Samurai. Now I gotta... Oops. Now I'm knocking lights over. Now, I already did give him the King Grayskull armor. Not King Grayskull, but the King Randor armor. So, he's already sporting new armor already. So, let's... You know what? You know what? Hold on a second. I know who I want to stick this armor on. No, not him. That'd be a little ridiculous, but kind of fun. All right, we'll pull He-Man out too. What the heck? Nope, not He-Man. Not He-Man. Oh, there he is. My humanoid Ninjor. Ninjor. Do 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 do. All right, let's try some of these out and see how they look. All right, we'll do him first. I wish there was some blue armor on top. That'd be even cooler yet. Okay, so we can do the leg piece. And we can slide on. I don't know how he's going to fit over the top. Might be a little too much shoulder action going on. Oh no! I'm gonna have to pull his arm off the other direction. Fit. 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 I just noticed that's a turtle shell on his arm. It's funny. Ugh. That looks okay, I guess. Like I said, if he had blue armor, it'd look even better, but... Alright. Let's stick it on old Ninjor. Not Ninjor instead of Ugh. I don't know. Is that the right way? And I forgot how it went. I guess it goes that way. That fits better. Oh! Doesn't fit on his head. No! Gonna have to get him a different head. Does it fit on He-Man's head? Probably not. You can see it's shaped for Beastman. We gotta find a head. Alright, let's see if it'll fit on the Rock's head. His head's pretty small. It does fit on the Rock's head. Alright. I don't know, he looks kind of cool, I suppose. Again, he needs some kind of blue armor in the middle. That would really set it off. But the cool thing is you can stick them on anybody. So that is the cool part about Origins. It's like having humanized Lego figures that you can pop and change and... See, I don't need Rock on. I have the Rock. Alright. So, let me grab a different figure I want to try this on. Where is he? There he is. It's going to be a minute while I remove him from his box. Ugh. Yep. Dude, you were stuck in there. Stuck on you. So I have this laser power Skeletor. Skeletor! And there's the button. Oh, his batteries are dead. No. And I think this is the one I customized. No, it's not the one I customized. Here he is. So I have this laser powered skill. Actually, is he laser? No, he's not laser powered. He's just New Adventures. New Adventures Skeletor. And I gave him these cool giant boots. And I used to put this samurai looking helmet on. I think probably came from Turtles as well at one time. And I was just wondering how that new one would fit on him. Because see, here's this one here. You can see how that fits on him. It's okay. But let's go ahead and try. There it is. Oh, look at that. Click at that. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. I wonder if the shoulder pieces fit up on there. I may have to heat them up in hot water to get them up on his shoulders. Now you know how they go like this. Yep. Gotta throw them in the hot water. Hoop, hoop. I'm probably not going to stick this on him. Might be a little much to get that up over the top of his legs without pulling his legs off. But if I pulled his legs off, it would work. I could stretch this out pretty easily. But we'll just stick the shoulder pads on him. Stand, man, stand. There we go. There's another light. If Kildare wants to go back to Skeletor, he will get the virus. Skellira. Yes. Okay, let's go and slide this up on his arms. Dun 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 dun. Nope. There goes his helmet. Dun 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 dun. You can do it. Wow. That is pretty kind of cool. I can get these slid back onto the right spot. Stay on. It's because his legs are kind of twisted. It's been in my box too long. There we go. Now let's try the white ninja. Oh, that would look cool, but he's still in the box. I've not opened up my white ninja yet. You know what? Maybe I'll have to do... I'll open the white ninja just to stick it on him. are your pants? I just can't believe I could have just swapped the head. I feel a little ridiculous pulling them all apart. But I guess, I was replacing the legs. That's what I was after. So his elbow's frozen. You guys know, if you have a frozen elbow, just put it in hot water. I'll pull it out in a minute and show you guys how to fix it for those that don't know how. Don't try to force it, otherwise it will mess up on you. I still wonder what those pins are for right there. I never did figure it out. I think go on his back of his armor. I still don't know what they're for. Maybe it goes on his whip somehow. Whip it up. Nope, I don't see any spots to put it. I have no clue why those are there like that. All right, once the arm has softened up, you then rock it back and forth until you can see the seams come apart right here where the elbow is. And once those seams start to move, then you can bend the arm. But you first got to rock it back and forth in order to get those seams to move, especially if the figure's been painted. Otherwise, the pin will snap inside there and you'll be like, oh, I broke my figure. And that's not ever good. All right. Those that are put on turtles and man at arms back. Oh, thanks for that. I was wondering about that. Being only have the one turtle figure. Yep, very cool. For a weapon rack. Can Beastman at least partially control the turtles? That's a good question. I mean, he did control Manny Faces. Manny Faces. So I should look and see how far it comes apart. There he is. All right. Do they have to be animal intelligence or close to it? I guess that makes sense. But then again, he did control Manny Faces in his animal form. But he can't control dragons, which is funny because in the Modu Bible it does say it controls dragons, but whatever. We saw that Masters of the Universe Bible by Michael Halperin's been quite a bit changed in the storylines from what they actually showed. I'm kind of digging this. It's like he was kind of missing something before, and the other helmet, granted I did like it, but it didn't have enough details to go with classics. You know, it was just kind of a helmet that I got one time in a pile of figures, and it's okay. But this one kind of just suits him just a little bit more. And the shoulder pads match nicely. And they do look like classics the way they're detailed out. They don't look like they belong with Origins. They got too much detail. And I don't think I'm going to put the skirt on them. I was really debating, but I think you lose too much of the robotic putting the skirt on them, and you lose some of the aestheticness of it. I don't know. I might try it both ways and see. The best ideas were Mark Taylor and Roger Sweet. It's funny, Roger Sweet actually lives just a few blocks from me. It's the craziest thing. All right, you guys, that is all that I got. Is Krang a Stone exclusive? I have no idea, Juan Soto. Out of Masters of the Universe monsters from the original show, which one do you want to make into a figure? Oh, that is a good question. The one figure I want most, original show, are those rock creatures that would come out of the mountains, and they have kind of like a lot of squarish off head parts and stuff. the rock monsters from the series. I always wanted those. Those would be cool. Let's see if I can find it so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Rock. Warriors. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon. Of course, my did not understand me saying the word rock. Stop. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. Well, something like these guys, but not quite. Yeah, now I can't find them. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, though, right? Skeletor uses magic or evil Linwood or somebody. They'd create him from the side of a mountain. And they would come out and start fighting He-Man, and he would blast them into chunks and pieces. What? Okay, let's look again. All they're showing me is the same rock guys. I don't see them now. I believe they had like long snouts on them. Oh well. Oh well. If I find them sometime, I'll show you guys. Yeah, not these guys. Something like that, but not quite. Yeah. Oh well. Let's look at your guys' final comments before I end this video. And let's see. The Island episode in 2000X for Skelly. How many you got of those rock guys today? I got 0. 0 is my hero. Yeah, I as you guys know, I collect classics. Classics is my thing. I do have some Origins, some of my favorites. I started thinking if I own that rock guy in Origins, he would end up on the chopping block probably in about a month or two. And it's like, why buy him in the first place? Now, when my kids were younger, as I was telling someone earlier today, we used to have like 12 of them. We had 7 of the blue ones and 5 of the other ones. And my kids would turn them in the rocks and hide them all around the house. And of course, you know, as the figures would come out, they would roll out and transform back into the Warriors. And it was just kind of funny how they would do that. And it was always kind of fun with my kids doing that kind of thing. Huh. But I have some Rock Warriors. I got the Classics one, and I'm pretty happy with them. Yep, thanks, Mike. How would you do a Godzilla crossover with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? We'd have to use little minifigures for sure, and probably a lot of computer graphics, and then close-up shots you just show Godzilla's arm or leg or head or something else, hand, which I did a lot in Filmation. You would see these episodes where He-Man's fighting a giant. He'd grab the giant by the toe or the finger and throw him. It's like, I don't think you can throw someone by their finger or by their toe or by one small piece of their body. You would definitely hurt them worse and probably break off that part of their body. You know, I just want to see what he would look like with the blue samurai armor on. Take off your coat. It's hot in this room. Okay. Oh, more people are falling. This does look cool on him, though. I'm probably going to keep this armor on him. But I'm going to take it off for now just to throw it on Prince Adam. Just to see how it looks. It's got pink on his belly. You got some pink on your belly, man. Actually, just one looks kind of cool. Like that new He-Man armor where he's got just the one shoulder. Look at the back of his head. It's so crazy. So crazy. Oh, good idea, Mike. Next time, I will pop his arms off. I'm just so used to doing it with classics that I didn't think about popping his arm off. That's funny. This could be his chest armor. Nope. You know what? The purple clashes. Let's go with some gray legs. I got it on backwards. You can do it. Of course, I'd probably want to go with black boots or something else. And then the helmet. You gotta really jam it on there. Jam on it. Yeah, the helmet's not gonna fit too well. But there we go. Kind of cool looking on Prince Adam. He needs something else though too. Maybe some blue hero armor or something. Oh, look, it's Kildor. I am Kildor. I was meant to be designed in the 80s. But not the double swords. Bring Godzilla into Eternia. You know, I remember back when I was a kid, they had these cool figures called Shogun Warriors, and they were like 3 feet tall or 2 feet tall or something. They were huge, and they had a Godzilla. And I think I don't know if his fist shot off or what it was, but his tongue would come out. I remember his tongue, but I don't know if his fist shot off or not. But it was just kind of funny, all the different styles they had. Crazy, crazy. Hey, thanks, Charles. Really? Oh, let's try that out. Let's see if we get the shield to stick in his hands. Oh, you're right. It hits here before his hands wrap around it. So you're going to have to bend his hand. Bend that hand over. Yeah, his hands are weird. I never seen Beastman with a regular hand like that. It works in this hand. So you're going to have to use Beastman's old hand. I didn't even notice he had a different hand. Let's try the whip. Indy, throw me the whip. We'll first try the samurai hand. Oh, you're right. The hand doesn't close around far enough. This is too big around. Let's try it in the old Beastman's hand. Nope, same problem. Does not want to stay in there very well. We had the same problem with the commemorative figures too. Oh, take that, Kellydor. Kellydor, it's Keldor, Kellydor. Oh. Wow, Beastman's pretty short compared to Keldor there. Going to create a Horde Barbarian figure when I get more parts. Nice. I had those Shoguns. Oh. Wow. See, just the cool kids had them in the neighborhood. I never had one. Eventually, my brother, for my birthday one time, did get me a Shogun model. It was pretty cool. I remember building it. It was like a snap-together model. It wasn't full size like the big, tall Shoguns, but... Dude, you got a hole in your back. The shield is cool, though. Wish I had a blue battle axis color. That'd be awesome. All right. Thanks, Charles. They did a crossover. Do you think Godzilla would get an arm like Battle Cat to fight King? Oh, that's funny. Powered by Skeletor. I could always print some battle axes. That is true. You know, I'm going to head downstairs for a minute and grab... I made my wife an angel. I'm going to see if it's the same color blue or not. I'll be right back, and we'll check it out together in a moment. All right, let's see if this angel is the same color blue as that whip. There's the angel, which is kind of big. Nope, slightly different. A little more purplish. As I was looking at this here, and I was thinking that's kind of almost the same blue. But again, it has more green in it. All right, I think that's it. See, this cool? I made this for my wife. Ooh, ah. Dun, dun, dun. Cover that hot water up. Ah, it's going crazy. Let me just unplug it. I got too much water spilled on it. All right. Yeah, it does. It's funny. It looks better on camera than it does in real life. It's not nearly that awesome looking in real life. But the camera makes it look really cool. I know. But it was funny. I try to print stuff for her, so she's like, oh, that printer's pretty cool. It made this and this and this. But she wasn't too excited about the angel for some reason. I'm not sure why. I thought she would have loved it. She picked out the color herself, too. So, I don't know. I don't know. She's probably still upset about the attorney at the time. So. A battery is dying. Oh, that's my hot water here. I spilled some on here and it gets into the electronics and then it just keeps making all kinds of beeping. It keeps turning off and on. So I have to turn it, unplug it, and let it evaporate, and then it will work again. Yes, now I got way too many figures out again. Look at this cool beast, man. I love this beast, man. I remember when I first saw Beastman as a kid, I thought it was supposed to be a clown because of his white makeup on his face with the blue. I thought, what the heck is with this clown figure? I said, I'm never going to want that dumb clown figure. Just an orange guy with white makeup and blue on him. What the heck are these people making? And then I realized he's supposed to be a monster beast, and he's now one of my favorites, which is kind of funny, going from one that I didn't like too much to one of my favorites. Oh, I must have knocked my microphone. Hopefully it sounds better now. Why is there two different Kildors? That is a really good question. So the original storyline, Quest for Kildor, Search for Kildor, whatever, he's supposed to be Randor's brother. And it's Randor's full brother, not his half brother or anything else crazy like that. And being it's his full brother, he would have the same skin tone as King Randor. And so this is how he was supposed to look originally when the toys first came out way back in the 80s, and he was going to be released with the power of Grayskull's line and everything else. But man, his blue skin was changed because of magic or whatever else you want to say, or undead flesh or whatever it is, but the blue is not his natural skin color. And for some reason, when 2000X came out, they thought his skin was blue, not like when you don't have oxygen to your skin and you turn blue or it's dead. So instead of it being dead flesh hanging and it looks blue, they decided to make that new race of Gar people and make them blue. So if they were going to release Kildor way back in the day, he would have looked similar to this right here. So that's why I decided to make this version of my Kildor, as opposed to this version here. So you can see the two different Kildors. Don't get me wrong, the blue's cool too, but it kind of puts a whole new spin on it, because now he's a half-brother, which means King Randor's father cheated on his wife at some point or something. It just gets kind of weird. Go blue. Yep. Dark elves. I guess I could call it Mini Comics Kildor. Yep, or the original release Kildor they were going to use. Yep, it was going to be, like I said, released. And if you look at some of the really old stuff, you will find a Caucasian Kildor. So there you go. 2000X, you ruined it. Which is funny, is Mike Halprin actually wrote the 2000X Bible too, which is kind of funny. But of course, the original Kildor was not written by Mike Halprin, but the original Filmation was by Mike Halprin, and so was the 2000X cartoon. So when people say that 2000X is totally different, the story Bible for both was written by the same guy. So that's kind of funny about it. I thought his tusk was broken there. It's got some weird little gap right there in his tusk. I thought it was breaking off, but it's that way on both sides. Yep, he wrote both Bibles, the 2000X and the Filmation. So, which is kind of cool, as you can see kind of how his thought process changed between the two storylines. And when I found that out, I just found it out a couple weeks ago. It's like, that is so cool. When I was researching his Bible for Filmation, it's like, man, that's pretty cool that he actually did the other one too. Where are your legs, He-Man? There they are. See, Kildor likes his short little nephew. Someday you'll grow a nephew. This light's just about dead. Time to move to the next light. Light number BB. Of course, it's not a number, I guess it's a letter. Burp, burp, burp. Go, go, He-Man. Yes, which is kind of weird they didn't have Marlena come from space, being Mike Halprin's the one that made that up originally. I was kind of surprised that they didn't keep that theme in there, because, you know, Captain Glenn is just such a cool idea. Captain Glenn! You know, I don't know why, I just love that idea for some reason. So, Anyway, this is one of my custom Captain Glens. One of the other one looks better. This was the second one I made. I just kind of threw her together to use for spacing for her rocket ship I was working on that I didn't finish. It's okay, son. Someday you'll grow. Thanks, Mom. Anyway. Oh, it may not have been his choice. Maybe not. The Dark Horse Moto book is good. Kind of has some of the things Power and Honor book has. It does. Yes, I have the Dark Horse one too. Um, if you can find that artwork and post it on the lounge, I would love to see it. So if you can find that postwork of Captain Glenn by Gerald, put it on the on our Lounge Grayskull. There's a link to Lounge Grayskull in the description. We'd all love to see it. If you don't have a Facebook page, just make a fake page. You know, call it He-Man Fun Stuff or something. You don't have to use your real name. And then after you make it, then post a picture on there, because that'd be cool to see. That would be cool. Oh, I tore his arm off. I feel like a Wookiee. I tore his arm off. Ugh. Oh, and listen to Mike. Arms off first, then put the vest on and off. So much easier. That's all, Mike. It's how you put your clothes on in the morning. You pull your arms off. Does there we go. All right. Yes, if you don't have Facebook, like I personally don't have a personal Facebook on purpose. Just make a fake account so you can throw it on there, or find someone else who has one and have them toss it on there. So I know how it is. I don't like my personal information being out there either. So I deleted my Facebook account many years ago, and now I just use my Hebrew page for Facebook. And I have an account linked to it that's not my real name, just so I can still have the Hebrew one. Because I just don't like that idea of people know your real name on there and everything else. It's like that's kind of stalkerish. And my real name's kind of unique, so I'm really easy to find. I'm the only one in the world with my name. So it's kind of one of those weird things where once you know my name, I'm like super easy to find. And I didn't like that. If I put something negative on there, someone didn't like, you know, political thing or something else, one quick search and they know right where I live and everything else. It's like, I don't like that. So kind of weird. All right, there we go. Back to his samurai status. That looks so cool. You know, I'm glad I bought this Beast Man just for this. Oop, oop, oop. Sorry, Kildors. Yes. Yeah, having a unique name makes it really hard. All right. Well, anyway, I have jabbered on way far too long beyond just opening up this Beast Man that has now been ripped apart to shreds and just his upper torso left with no armor. Oh, I'm naked. I have no armor, and so I guess we're done now. How did I come up with the Hebrew character? Sure, I'll talk a little bit longer. What the heck? So it's funny is I got this pile of figures one time I bought a whole bunch on eBay, and being I stopped collecting originally in 1984, I never seen a He-Man with brown skin. And so he was missing armor, missing all his stuff. And so I contacted um, He-Man.org and asked the question, hey, who is this guy? Well, in the meanwhile, I stuck He-Man's armor on him because he needed something. He didn't have any clothes on. I gave him He-Man's armor, his sword, his battle axe, and his shield. And that looks pretty cool on him. So then I went to work, and my friend Jeff, who's quite the funny guy, he and I started talking because his son had a bunch of He-Man figures, and he told me that his son, he never didn't know any of the names, so he'd make them up. He knew Skeletor and He-Man, and that was it. And he said one guy has like a butt for a face, and so he calls him Sphinx Store. And it took me a while to figure out who it was, but it's him because he has the starfish, and it looks like someone's backside. Like you can see the back of a cat walking away. And so this guy was Sphinx Store with his butt face looking mouth thing. And then as we got talking, he came up and told me that I don't know if it's him or me, or I was talking about the figure I have, and somehow one of us said the name Hebrew. And I'm like, Hebrew? I like that. I said, I am going to use that. And then I went home. I saw I had an email from the people of He-Man.org, and they said, it's Clamp Champ. And I said, not mine. Mine's Hebrew. And that was it. And that's how the name stuck. Before I was Hebrew, I used to use the name Tiger Shark. And so I changed my name on He-Man.org to Hebrew, and started making up stories about him, and it just kind of stuck. So that is how I made the name and how I came up with the character, just kind of goofing around at work with my friend, talking about different names of figures. And that's it. Yep, Sphinx Store. And when he first told me that his kid had a Butthead, I thought it was Butthead from New Adventures. And then, I don't know, it was probably about a year ago, I was looking at him, and I saw his star on his face, and it dawned on me what he was talking about then, at that time, that it was this guy. And it's like, okay, I can see now why you call him Sphinx Store. And especially his eyes popping out too, oh, oh, oh. It's like, oh, having a little trouble there, Sphinx Store? Oh, that's just so messed up. Anyway, thanks for joining me, you guys. I really got some stuff I need to get working on. So like, subscribe, tell your friends. If you found this video fun, do share it. I know it's kind of long. Hey, Wrath, thanks for joining us. Is that a pseudonym for General Pearl? That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a pretty cool figure. I mean, granted, I did take everything from him. That's all I left of him now, because I made my Skeletor really cool, and I refixed my old Beastman that was missing his legs and gave him the new armor and shield. So, don't know what I'm doing with the skirt yet. Haven't figured it out, but yeah, he's got some cool parts to use. I found the rock monster. Nice. If you have a Facebook account, or you have a you know what? If you have an account, any of you, on Instagram, I also have an Instagram account too. You can also post a picture on there, or message me the picture, and then I can post it too. It's on my channel. Oh, I'll have to go there and check it out. The snake lady with the tail. Well, maybe this video won't end yet. I gotta check that out now. Ugh. All right. Stand up, man. You're in the way. Here's the tail. Oh, it's so cool. For those that don't know, I mixed mine with Snake Tila and gave her all Snake Tila's detailed parts so she looks more snake-like. So much cooler than just having her look normal. So where is... It's kind of weird because it's a lot different size, but we'll see how it looks once it's on her. I mean, it kind of works. If it was purple, it'd even cooler. There you go. Put it on swashbuckling Randor. I'm swashbuckling Randor. Ugh. I don't know. Nah. That would not look good on him. Nope. Nope. Battle Armor Skeletor. Nope. Oh, if you guys that are new, it is so cool to mix your Masterverse stuff with your Origins. Look how awesome this guy looks with the Masterverse armor and stuff on it. I think it's got a Masterverse head. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Nope, I got another one too. One that wore the tail and one to be human, but they're both in their human form. Oh, I love this stupid custom. It reminds me of one of my Micronauts. Many of you guys know when I made them. That's what I made them after, was one of my Micronauts. Anyway, I have to go. I do appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of good questions. The worst burn in the line. See, even Sunman looks cooler in his Masterverse stuff. Better than this wing. I don't know what they were thinking there. All right, time to put the lid on that. And time to put this snake away. Oh! That's so cool. Whiplash tail and everything. Flying by his neck is really weird. Imagine the first time he did it. Sitting there choking. No, you're okay, man. Your skin doesn't break. Yes, but it's still choking me. Yeah. It's probably back in the 80s, the only way they can make it work right. But still. I'm glad they updated the Masterverse one. This guy's so cool looking though, isn't he? I mean, this armor is actually from a toy-driven figure. Somebody gave it to me, and it was like a dog figure or something, a snow dog, and it fits perfect on the Masterverse line. Look how cool the King looks dressed in it. I mean, the colors match pretty good with it. So it's my swashbuckling Randor. I sold my Squeeze. The good thing about Squeeze was his giant hands. And look how cool the hands look on this guy. Then I use Squeeze's head, as you can see, on top. And then Squeeze's legs. But the rest is Whiplash. Whiplash's body, Whiplash's arms. Samurai Rattler. I don't even know where Rattler even is. All right, that is it. Thank you guys for joining me. Now I got a mess of figures to put away. What a disaster. The King and Queen are like, what the heck happened to our palace? It's a disaster. And Charles, thanks again for joining me and supporting the channel. You have been supporting me every single video now for quite a while. That is so cool. I so appreciate it, man. And Good journey. Bye now.